Poker is funny. I cashed out for one of my bigger wins for the year after playing 10-20 at Twin River last night. But when I left, it was probably one of my more frustrating sessions because I feel like I could have won so much more. I cashed out for almost $7,000 last night, but if a couple hands went very slightly differently, I could have been cashing out for over $12,000. In one round, I was sitting on a stack of about $6,500, and in one round I got a 3-outer and lost $400, and then I got a 2-outer and lost $900, and then I got another 2-outer and lost only $65 because the way the betting was. But that last one, instead of losing $65, I could have won $6,000 profit if a queen did not come on the turn. So, yeah, it's like 3 hands almost in a row. They needed exactly a 5 to win. They needed exactly a 5 to win, and they needed exactly a queen to win. So 3-outer, 2-outer, 2-outer within a span of like 5 hands. So it was pretty annoying. I felt like I played so well, and I couldn't even enjoy having a 5K plus stack on the table because it was dwindled down from what I thought should be a 12K stack. So it's really weird. But in terms of big blinds, I did pretty well yesterday. Let's see, I did get fortunate. I did get all in for about $1,800 early on with pocket tens. I 4-bet shoved. My opponent called with ace-king. I doubled up. I had a few hands that I played really well where I had either top pair or an over pair, and I was able to maximize the number of chips that I got into the pot. Got my stack up to about 6,500. Then I had those 3 unlucky hands. Bang, bang, bang. My stack got knocked down. And I had a hand that I played against the second or third best player in the casino. Someone that ranks above me on the power rankings. Fortunately, I had an overpair, and he had a flush draw and a straight draw. And he didn't hit. I did misplay the hand though, because instead of putting them all in, I bet $300 less than what he had in front of him. But the problem was, I would never fold for $300 more in the river. So it was like on the turn when I almost put them all in, and he called. I knew that he had a flush draw. The moment he just called, instead of putting all his chips in, I knew that he had a flush draw. But I don't think that I would have been able to fold, getting 11 at 12 to 1 odds if a heart came on the river. So I did give him a free roll for $300. If his straight card hit, I never would have known he had a straight, and he would have won the pot, and I would have given him $300 as well. But as it played, I bet his last $300 in the river, and he just folded. I knew he had hearts. He showed the cards, verified that he had hearts. So I feel like that was my worst played hand. It was only $300 when we were playing for multiple thousands of dollars, but it just feels weird to give someone a free roll anyway, and it was a hand that I misplayed. So I wanted to tell you guys about it. My buddy Ray seems to be running bad. He had a pretty interesting hand where on the turn He check raised. Someone bet 300. He check raised to 1,000 on the turn on an ace 5-5 jack board. He had an ace, and the villain called $700 more with a flush draw, and the flush card hit, and my buddy decided to shove to get value from other aces like ace 10, ace 9, ace 8. Hands that might be a split. He just decided to shove. He thought it would get called from those type of hands. But the guy had a flush draw and hit his flush. So he paid $700 to hit the diamond on the river, which was a very high price to pay. Wasn't quite getting the right odds, but to each his own. You do with your money what you want. He needed 4-1, slightly better than 4-1. He had 9 cards that would give him a flush out of 44 unknown cards in the deck, so 9 out of 44. Slightly better than 4-1, like 20.4% or something. So yeah, he essentially needed 4-1. He paid $700. He did not have the chance to win $2,800, even with the implied odds. But he likes to gamble, so worse things have happened. Let's see what else. I was pretty happy the way I played a couple of one-pair hands. There was a couple people that were rebuying over and over and over again, and I was able to maximize in what were pretty relatively small pots and maybe forgettable to the rest of the players. But there was a couple situations where I was able to add 1,000 or 1,500 chips to my stack by kind of allowing other players in initially, and then and then raising them out once they put some money into the pot. So I was able to build up a pretty nice stack, and then at some point I had to avoid getting unlucky. So some things did go well, but I will definitely remember that orbit where I played heads up in the blinds, got a 3-outer, and then I actually had pocket aces on a king 5 board, and someone was betting with 3-5 in a re-raise pot, and on the river another 5 came. I didn't raise the guy out. I was hoping that he would bet, and he bet 5 on the river, so I called. That was the plan, and turns out another 5 came on the river, and that's what he had. So I did not think a 5 was one of the cards he would have, but I wouldn't have folded anyway, so goodbye $500. Plus the couple hundred that I 3-bet to pre-flop and was bet on the turn. Anyway, I am absolutely exhausted because I played super late because we finally got to play 10-20 at Twin River, and I've been begging everyone to play 10-20. I got what I wanted, so I decided to stay plenty of extra hours. I haven't slept hardly at all, but I'm going to work on time because I love my job. So, if you are in the area, you want to play against a bunch of crazy poker professionals or semi-professionals, come to Twin River on Tuesdays, and it seems like we're getting a 10-20 game going every Tuesday. So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, give me a thumbs up to wake me up. Bye guys.